God, you guys, so I'm here at the office and I've unearthed an article that I forgot that I had read a few years ago, back in 2009, and it's still online, so it still is here trying to tell us something. Oh, and before I go any further, let me also show you this really quickly. Doesn't that make you so happy? That's my friend. She sits with an umbrella at her desk every day because she doesn't want the air blowing on her, which is so cool. She's this beautiful girl who rides horses, and she works here when she's not riding horses and working on other stuff. Anyway, so this article is totally fascinating. Large Hadron Collider being sabotaged from the future. And, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Scientists claim that the giant atom-smashing Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is being jinxed from the future to save the world. Oh, something's being jinxed outside right now. Jeez Louise. In a bizarre sci-fi theory, Danish physicists Dr. Holger Bech Nielsen and Dr. Masayo Ninomiya from Japan claim nature is trying to prevent the LHC from finding the elusive Higgs boson, called the God particle. The theoretical boson could explain the origins of mass in the universe if physicists find the darn thing. The scientists say their math proves nature will ripple back through time to stop the LHC before it can create the God particle, like a time traveler who goes back in time and kills his grandfather. So that's the first part of the article, and I just thought it was really interesting because, you know, we've had thoughts of like, what is the Mandela effect? Does it involve time travel? Does it involve the universe imploding in on itself and then recreating itself? Or universes sort of leaking in from like a Vesica Pisces, basically. Like a bunch of globes in and of themselves and intersecting. That's how I see them, most definitely. But in any case, it's a really interesting article. And let me just check one other thing here. So, while it's a paradox to go back in time and kill your grandfather, physicists agree that there is no paradox if you go back in time and save him from being hit by a bus. In this case of the Higgs boson, the collider is as if something is going back in time to keep the universe from being hit by a bus. It must be our prediction that all Higgs-producing machines will have bad luck, Dr. Nielsen told the New York Times. I love how he says it. It must be our predictions that all Higgs-producing machines shall have bad luck. It just sounds very Europeanly produced. European Science Agency CERN designed the world's biggest particle accelerator to shoot beams around a freezing 27-kilometer. Oh God, we gotta go all metric now. Concrete ring underground near Geneva, smashing atoms together in search of the elusive God particle believed to be present at the Big Bang. The multi-billion-dollar machine, built over almost 20 years, was set to launch in late 2008, but broke down after it overheated during a test run. Oh, jeez. You didn't think that through too well, didn't you guys? The relaunch was pushed back to late 2009 as more parts had to be replaced, and CERN was recently... Jeez, these guys couldn't get anything together. No wonder somebody's so easily able to sabotage it from the future. CERN was recently scandalized when the LHC scientist was found to have approached Al-Qaeda for work. Good God. These guys can't get anything straight. The LHC, which features sci-fi pilots such as Dan Brown's Angels and Demons, and the new TV show, Sci-Fi Plots, has been dubbed a doomsday device. Well, maybe it already has opened black holes. And of course, the thing that I find really telling was this interview. It's the CNN interview where she talks about the Large Hadron Collider being sabotaged from the future, or merely birds. So we all know now, well, according to what the internet tells us, that the LHC is underground, but apparently this chick here, who looks no more than 19 years old, and I have this theory that they hired her to talk about it because she doesn't know anything about it. Maybe she doesn't know anything about it, and so what she knows won't show, you know. So she basically is talking about a bird flying over it. Twitty flying over was a baguette swatting the machine. And they talked about squirrels gnawing through the wires, but I would think all the walls and the entryways to the LHC would be a little more secure than that. So that was a really good and interesting cover story. And I just wanted to rehash all that with you because I think it's really important. Of course, it was Fox News that reported it, so who knows? Maybe they're just weaving more tales because maybe nobody knows what the hell is going on, although I happen to think the Mandela effect is actually an organic phenomenon. I think parallel universes are vibrating next to each other at all times, but that's just my theory. All right, guys, peace out. Happy Friday.